It's Terry's Tuesday talk, and flick back over previous Tuesdays to catch up with the story where we're at now. So he's toured Australia, and they've just stopped off for a month. Did you do a month in Hong Kong?
4 weeks in Hong Kong, yes.
Hong Kong, gigs in Hong Kong. So you're on your way back home now?
Yes, but well, after that I went back again for another 6 months tour.
Did
because
you?
That tour we'd done to the agents in Australia was a big, it went very well.
Yeah.
So they wanted us back again. So I went back again, but that didn't go down well with my first wife, unfortunately. In spite of the fact that, she had everything going, but I can understand that to a point.
Yes.
But I had to do that. But I decided at the end of this tour, that would be it. So when we got back home, right, I decided that I would come off the road and call it travel.
Right.
I did a little tiny bit at Tinsley Club in Sheffield, just under where the bridge is now, Tinsley Viaduct. It doesn't exist anymore. But a guy called Peter Fermani,
Oh yes, singer.
the singer, came in for me. He said, Terry, because he knew me like Julian, he says, do you want to do a summer season with me in Skegness? Oh, that's fair enough, that's near everything. So I said, yeah, we'll do that. And that was again a 6 months, in long season, 26 weeks, at the Derbyshire Miners Holiday Centre, next door to Butlins,
Right.
in Skegness. So I went over there, I took Des French, who worked with me at the Night Owl, the drummer, to win the show, to do the show with him. It was just me on an organ and him playing for the show. But Peter was the top of the name, top star name at the time.
Yeah.
And there were other acts on the bill as well, including the Strawberry act, the singer and dancer. It's called Jackie, who we fell in love with and married, didn't he?
Ah, yes.
That was Jackie. Well, during that season.
Really?
But in that season, my wife wanted separation, wanted a divorce. So that's when my first wife split up,
Right.
and so on. But anyway, that was with Peter. Came back on working with some of the clubs again, like at Tinsley for a while, and then he came back to me again. The Mike Millington, or the camp manager, wanted me to go back as MD again for another season at Derbyshire Miners, which is again a good earner.
Yeah.
So I went back again. So you start about Easter and go right through to October. It's a long season. There's some of the top names were the Harmon brothers. You know them, don't you?
I'm not sure.
You're lying. The Harmon brothers.
Who's in that?
You do know them.
Who?
You know who they are. Comedy duo, the Harmon brothers. They were very funny, really funny. They were one of the top acts on that show. After that show finished at the end of the series, they went to the BBC. The Harmon brothers for an audition for children, and they became the Chuckle brothers.
The Chuckle brothers.
Oh, Barry and Paul.
Yeah.
We used to play golf with them in the week, So they're great mates. Right.
Oh.
That's how you meet people, isn't it?
You didn't meet my Uncle Tony there, did you? Staggerlees.
Of course I did. I mean,
Is that where you...
I probably met him there, or probably I don't know, I met him.
And Lance.
Yeah,
as well,
that's
Lance
right.
Morris and
That's
Tony
right.
Grigg, yeah.
He knows me, Uncle
Yes.
Tony, and I know him.
Yes.
But
So that's where you first met?
probably so, yeah. And another singer called Sunny Day,
Yeah.
who was supposed to sing with a group in the ballroom playing for ballroom dancing, but the group couldn't play for ballroom dancing, but she was on a separate contract. So they asked her if she could fit her in the show at the Derbyshire Miners. I said, well, I can't do that because it's all been fitted out, but it has to run to a certain amount of time. But I'll put her on in the Golden Butterfly, which were like a little nightclub on the camp. And that's Sunny Day.
Oh.
She was 17, I think 18.
Gosh.
We heard a lot about her on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
She's now moved to Bulgaria. I think she's got a place in Bulgaria. So sometimes she comes up in Cyrillic language. But that in itself. When you know that part of the season finished, I now was divorced from the first wife. Now I'd come back to Lydia, right? Now we were an item, me and Lydia, and we married on April Fool's Day before 11 o'clock at Bournemouth Town Hall.
Did you?
And Ronnie Reeves from the Killie came. Because when I finished there, Ronnie Dukes had now become a big star. He got a band, he wanted me to lead that band as well with Ronnie through other things like summer seasons and places like that we were working, because his brother-in-law didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So I joined Ronnie again.
Right.
And he said, I promise I'll never not pay you. So I was with Ronnie, and we did a summer season. The first summer season we did with him was at the Gaiety Theatre, Douglas Isle of Man. We were there with a girl called Iris Williams, who was a big singer on TV, a coloured girl from Wales. She made a big hit with the He's So Beautiful, the tune of Cavatina. She made a hit record with that while we were there. They flew her over to London to do the record. Became a hit. Then another summer season after that. In between that, we worked in all the big clubs. Blackpool, the Blackpool North Pier and all the big places in between. And working then worked at Great Yarmouth, at the Wellington Pier, Great Yarmouth. I was there 14 weeks. Did that. And after that, 1980, 81, we now, Ronnie says, they look at the itinerary for this year, and we're at the Palladium in London.
Wow.
With Lena Zavaroni, big star at the time. So we were there at London Palladium for 2 weeks.
Wow.
So you go onto the stage at London Palladium, first time you look in, you go in and setting everything up, it's all the theatre's empty, you go in and you look at this massive stage, you think, how did I get here? See, the doors are open, the things you do, and all of a sudden you're there and you don't know how you got there.
No. The progression was...
And it was never planned.
No.
Nothing ever planned. So that's that. So we did that, and then the next summer season was in Jersey. 20 weeks in Jersey, up to the end of the season. Doing very well first week, brilliant, packed houses. End of the first week, end of the show, and then night sitting in the finale, numbers before the finale. I'm just starting to count the band in for Ronnie's entrance for the last bit. The curtains close. On the tannoy over the top says, Ronnie's ill. So everything stops. We look behind, and Ronnie's lying there in the wings. Announcement is the nurse, is the doctor in the house. Up they come. And they took Ronnie away, and he died that night in Jersey Hospital. So there I am,
Oh my goodness.
on my own, up there, thinking, what do I do now? Well,
Yeah.
that's a cliffhanger, isn't it?
Wow. What a way to go for Ronnie.
I'd known him many, many years, Ronnie.
Yeah.
No, many, many years. I'm being alive, actually.
Yeah. Was his son drumming for him then, Dino?
Dino, who now played with Paul Carrick, I think.
Yes, he has done, yeah.
I think he still does, or did.
Was he old enough at that time? Was he there?
Oh yes, and his son also on bass,
Perry.
Perry.
Right. Because I've played with his grandson, Asa.
Yeah.
It's a
The
small
name,
world.
Dean Asa, that's his father's name. Dean Asa Duke. So his son's called Asa.
Right,
You
yeah.
know he got the name Asa?
No.
His other son called Perry Hyman Duke. And his daughter is called Jolie.
Right.
Have you heard of Al Jolson?
Yeah.
Yes. Al Jolson was name was Asa Jolson. Asa Hyman Jolson.
Is he named after that?
So he named his kids after Al Jolson.
Oh. Well, no, I didn't know that?
Now you do.
Do you think Asa knows that? I'm going
I
to
hope
have
he
to
does.
tell him.
Because I'll tell him if he doesn't. Because that's how he got his name.
Oh, wow.
Hal Jolson, the famous star of the time.
Yeah.
That's his dad. Named him. I remember Asa as a kid when he lived in Brisbane.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. What a small world.
And he had their bungalow had a gate like the staves of a music, and there was music notes on the stave.
Oh, I love it. Ah, why haven't I got one of them gates?
It's probably still there, I don't know.
Oh, wow. We'll have to find out.
But that's it, isn't it?
Amazing. Another amazing story. This has been Terry Herrington, my piano teacher, mentor and inspiration. I hope you've enjoyed today's Tuesday's Talk with Terry.